Douglas, sir. Okay, the name of the game today was intervals. You brought a little riff to me, and we dissected it, and we recognized that the root of it was an interval. So your thing was this, going to this. This is actually a very pretty version of an A over C sharp. The guitar players don't do a lot because it's uncomfortable and it's too sweet sounding. Classical guitar players do it a lot more. But we started with this fifth, and we let different notes escape. So let the high voice escape up and down. And do the same thing with the root. Up. Have fun with it, and then let it escape down. Then do the same thing with major and minor thirds. I don't have to repeat it now. Do it with the major third. You'll notice right away some combinations are more interesting than others. And then the minor third, it's nice to have it go down. Okay, so we talked about how, in some regards, with the song that you discovered, it kind of gives you a 1-5 sound, which then you can transpose to other chords. But then I kind of went off on my tangent, and I had you do the scale in parallel thirds. Then in parallel fifths. Then in a combination of thirds to fifths. And in all these cases, the root's on the bottom. You can go as far as you want. 5 is enough, or you can sometimes do the whole scale. And then you want to play the scale in parallel fourths by just starting with the open A and D. And fourths are great for rock and roll. The only anomaly, of course, is the 7, which would be an augmented fourth. And when you're doing fifths, it's a diminished fifth. There's your augmented fourth. And it's called augmented fourth rather than a diminished fifth just because the notes that are actually present. So this is G to C sharp. So G, A, B, C is always a fourth, G to C sharp. That's an augmented fourth. Whereas when you're playing fifths, for instance, if I start here on D and I go down the scale, now I'm playing C sharp to G. C, D, E, F, G is 5 notes away. That's why we call that one an augmented fifth, and we call this one an augmented fourth. It just happens to be what key you're in, what the notes are. Okay, so then we discovered that, okay, with fourths, the root's on the top. So if we reach up, we can add the third of the chord, which is F sharp. And this interval is, in fact, a sixth. So you have a fourth and a sixth, which creates the sound of a D major chord. And we can extend that through the whole scale. 2 chord, E minor, F sharp minor. Now G major, nice big stretch for that third. A major, B minor, and C sharp diminished. But what's really cool about intervals is not being slavish about diatonic harmony and trying to be creative with sequences, with dissonances, and with escaped notes, and then juxtaposing them in whatever combinations sound cool to you. But playing the scales is just a way of acclimating to the shapes and to how they look and feel on the fretboard. So start with the scale exercises and then get funky and creative.